Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the first look on the brand new Roborock QRevo Edge 2. So I absolutely love the original Edge, and this one looks like it's going to be amazing. Now, I did buy this with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video, but I do use links. So if you purchase a product off of my website or in this video description, I am an Amazon affiliate. If you click on the link, the product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. Again, I purchased these with my own opinion. This is home of the honest review. Okay, let's go over the Just a Dad specs that matter. You can always find this spec sheet, which I think are the ones that actually matter for a robot, on my website, justadadapproved.com. Okay, $1,100. It's going to go down in price, but that's retail. That's what I paid. 25,000 pascals of suction. Mop pads do side reach. They are removable, and they do lift 12 millimeters. And 8 newtons of downward pressure. Those are kind of new figures. Corner reach for the side brush. 1 anti-tangle. Has the standard dual divide brush roller, good for long hair. It does fill it up with warm water. It does have a video camera. The main reason you're going to get this, 3.14 inches thick. This thing will go under a lot of furniture. Other key features, the optical avoidance sensor on the front can sense liquid and lift up the brush roller, and same with large particles. It does have matter support. There's this new Smart Plan 3.0. They're kind of making a lot of fuss around. I don't know what that's. I got to learn more about that. The dock, 176 degree hot water, 131 degree hot air. Dirt detect, I don't think it does. I think Roborock's going more to this dirt detection sensor that they're relying on the front camera. Solution tank, no. Tray removal, yes. It has this new mode called Deep Soak mop pads, and the dock is self-cleaning. This is a new design mop pad. This is different. Now, it's not necessarily, maybe a little bit of swivel in it. This is a new design. It's got more flatter surfaces so that it is more self-cleaning. But again, I love Roborock. You take this whole tray to the sink and clean it. This doesn't get dirty down here. So the mop pads spin on there. It can detach them and leave them here. That's not necessarily new, but for this low of a price point, it can be. But this is a new design. Not sure. This looks like a bigger, and I think we have side brush that goes, but there's two jets that put water on the mop pad. And maybe this has to do with the 8 newtons of downward pressure. Maybe it has to do with being able to lift it up 12 millimeters now. Okay, I did find some information on it. Automatically performs a vacuum, then mop if a room hasn't been cleaned for 30 days, lowers power during do not disturb, automatically deep cleans rooms that have not been cleaned for a long time, and re-washes the mops right after cleaning kitchens or bathrooms. I did find that it says it has a dirt detection in the dock. Over on the dock, that's just a standard Roborock QRevo bag, no solution tank or anything, but you got to replace that after a couple months. The water tanks are pretty standard. It does come with those ionization tablets. I don't know if those are for hard water or for helping clean your floors, but there's little tablets that need replaced after 3 years. That little thing right there. Dirty water tank seems to be missing where you used to have those little grooves, those little notches you could put something down in there to prevent the odor, but it's not in this tank. But they do seem to be increasing the size of the suction. This is a standard QRevo size dock, 120 volts, basically up to 12 amps whenever it's hot water washing. Now, this looks to be an upgrade. I know it's something as simple as the cover. I'll see, but the QRevo Curve X was held on with magnets, and it would constantly come off. This is held on with plastic clips, which seem to hold it on better. LiDAR that goes up and down, refills the robot with warm water, charging, backup sensor. Here's the dustbin. I think this is like the Curve X. I'll take a look. I'll compare them. But a filter. It's very thin profile. Reusable. Again, QRevo. There's where the suction comes. It's creating the suction from here. Auto empty. There's where a side door comes in for letting it in. That's all pretty standard. 2 physical buttons, home and a dock button. This sensor is when it goes under furniture. It helps it determine how tall that furniture actually is. That sensor is what sets this apart from a lot of robots. And again, this sensor on the front, it looks like it's got an LED light. One of those, it is a video camera, and one of those is an optical avoidance sensor. Side brush extends. This seems to be a little bit different design. Like they're saying it goes farther under cabinets, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Side brush. Here's kind of a close-up. That is the standard anti-tangle side brush. Cliff sensors, carpet sensor. I don't think the dual divide is different. I've been seeing some people say that these are different now. There's a different style, but I think this is a standard dual brush. This works very well. These just pop off for easy cleaning, but I might be wrong. I got to do some more teeth. This is the first look, first day with it. I'll know more once I clean it, do all kinds of maintenance on it. These brush pads are upgraded. They're like a triple weave or something. They're supposed to be like thicker, softer, do a better job of cleaning and holding water. And again, the robot can lift this up and down depending on if since it's liquid. Now you don't have to put solution in the clean water tank. It doesn't come with this, but this is the Roborock's solution. 2 capfuls is all you're supposed to put in there. I like to use, you can find all this on my website, justadadapproved.com, Shark Vac Mop Solution. I just call it like 1, 2 dabs. And you're going to need this brush. This is the world famous Just a Dad cleaning brush. You're going to clean the dirty water tank once in a while, but every time you empty it, put an effervescent tablet in here. That prevents odor. These things really get to stinking. Okay, setup is pretty simple. Get the Roborock app, click the plus button, give it access to your camera. You're going to scan that QR code with the camera. You're going to press these 2 buttons for about 3 seconds. That resets the Wi-Fi after you turn it on. Then you're going to connect it. Give it your Wi-Fi password. Then this is going to connect to this is going to transmit a Wi-Fi. The tablet's going to tell this what Wi-Fi to go to. And you can enter the value. We're ready. It's very simple to set up. Dock's plugged in, full of water. Let's dock the robot. Make sure you hear charging. During the setup, make sure you turn map saving on. First thing I like to do is make sure if there's any updates. Turn auto update on and update it now. Okay, once you're going to hit quick mapping. So it's going to detach the mop pads, leave them at the base station, and this is the funnest part. You get to watch in real time as it creates a map of your home. It is the coolest thing that I love. It raised that LiDAR. Now there is no adding thresholds or adding no-go zones during mapping. You have to wait till the map is complete. So it did a great job of mapping your home. You can go in and edit the map, tell it what direction your floor tile is in. I definitely recommend doing a full cleaning of your home before you do much with the carpet editing. Let that sensor inside the robot figure out where this carpet line is. Don't try to draw it on the map. Have it clean your entire home a couple times and then this carpet will show up on the map. Now this smart plan, that's where you let it figure out how to do everything, but you can do a vacuum followed by a mop, which I recommend. Vacuum and mop at the same time. Mop only. You've got a slider here for how wet you want it, 1 or 2 passes. Vacuum. This is all pretty standard, and then you can customize each room. In here, I don't see anything too out of the ordinary. Carpet settings. This is looks a little different, but it's the same. Floor cleaning settings, these are the same. You can auto detach, reinstall mop cloths. Cleaning pattern, clean along floor direction once you tell it what direction it's in. Lower LiDAR lowering. I leave most things in automatic. I'll turn these on later. These are the automatic remopping. I don't think that's in the dock though. I wish I knew more. I know these are the sensors on the front. This is the sensor on the front. Dock settings, pretty standard. Smart wash, you can do by how often does it wash the mop or by time. 10 if it's going to use more water. Empty mode, I would turn that to max. How I want the suction to be. And same with dustbin frequency, go to high. Drying method, I do like you can put it on a schedule. That's nice. Dock maintenance. Reactive obstacle avoidance, I'll just leave these on their default. And then connect to matter, remote viewing. Okay, let's do the first cleaning with the Roborock QRevo Edge 2. We got a big mess, big muddy mess, long hairs. Did an excellent job of cleaning in that corner. Excellent job of cleaning up against the wall. It can extend that side mop right up against the wall. Okay, the first pass, as you can see, there is quite a bit left. Banking on it, it's going to do 2 passes. So it's going to do the crisscross pattern. Now, Roborocks, unfortunately, when they do the second pass, they do not do the perimeter of the room again, but it actually doesn't need it. This corner is almost perfectly clean. Along the wall, this one over there is almost clean, about 95% clean. Okay, it's almost to the point. We're doing the second pass. All right, it left a little bit right there. Left some right there. Definitely needs a third pass. Now I will be checking it out with that sensor on the front that might have sensed this. Yeah, a little bit right here, right there. Okay, it's gonna auto empty the dustbin and wash the mop pads with hot water. Okay, so bonus footage, we do get a remopping event. It does have a dirt detection sensor in the base station. Whenever the water gets sucked up into the dirty water tank, it's going to pass through a sensor. If the water's dirtier than normal, the base station tells the robot, go back and remop where you just came from. That's exactly what happened here. Oops. I'm going to show you the setting to make it's under floor cleaning. Automatic remopping is on. I turned that on. It's off by default. This is the sensor that's built into the front camera of the robot. I'll check that later, but that's the dock sensor, even though a little misleading, but it actually works. So what you're seeing here is I told it to go back and clean up another big mess. And after this big mess, it did do a auto remopping event. So after turning that sensor on, you do get a remopping event. You don't have to be in the AI sense, and it did give it a third cleaning. Let's see how well the Roborock QRevo Edge 2 vacuums up this big mess. Cheerios, coffee, kitty litter, a bunch of long hairs. It's doing an excellent job of vacuuming up the Cheerios, the coffee, the long hairs. The long hairs are kind of hard to see. I had to really disperse them. And then some of them are black, some of them are blonde. If you get them too thick in one spot, it'll think it's an obstacle. Now there's a bunch of long hairs. It was not able to get those. But it is going to do 2 passes, so we'll see. And then it has to be able to auto empty everything out of the dustbin. Those are the two key factors. I'm okay with it missing a few pieces of hair. If it's going to get it on the second pass, kitty litter. Yeah, that's really hard to get up. But it's going to have to be able to auto empty that dustbin. I do have it on its highest suction possible. That is a little concerning right there, but we'll see if it gets it in auto empty. That's the two biggest things. Okay, here goes for pass 2. We'll get the crisscross pattern. Make sure it didn't just drag the hair somewhere. Actually vacuumed it up. I think it did. We'll know after the auto empty. So it did vacuum up that hair. Sometimes these robots will just push it to another area. There's the second clump. And the clump is gone. Okay, so it was able to go back and get those two clumps. The floor is extremely clean. A little bit of dog hair, a little bit of couple hairs, a little bit of coffee in it. But no, this is an excellent vacuum cleaner. But it's got to pass the auto empty. It's got a nice straight cleaning pattern. Here's the cleaning pattern in the app. I also like it can leave the mop pads back at the base station when it's doing a vacuum only event. Or you can have it when it's vacuum and mopping, have it vacuum first and then mop. That floor is really clean. Okay, here comes the deciding factor, the auto empty. It should be able to auto empty that dustbin. It's kind of a torture test, but that's not too far off what your dustbin could accumulate. Now, dustbins do get cleaner as you vacuum your house more, but. Emptying dustbin. All right, I heard a thunk. That usually means the big glob went into the dust bag, but we'll see. Emptying stopped. All right, no hair wrap. I'm afraid, I wish that went down. I don't want to do too much to it. Ooh. Okay, we had a good auto empty event. This is a really good vacuuming robot. That can be tricky. Now we got to make sure nothing's clogged. It's not clogged. And it did all go. I can feel it. It's all back here. That's mission accomplished. When a robot can vacuum up a huge mess like that and the base station can auto empty it, that is a win. Now, mopping, I would have liked seen the mopping a little bit better, but I got to play around with the settings. There's a sensor here on the front that can sense that mud, hopefully. And I got to do some more research on that dirt detect, because I think there's a dirt detection sensor between when it sucks the water up into the dirty water tank. I had that setting off, so we might have got a remopping event if I had that on. There's the water. I know earlier I said I didn't know if these were different. They are. Here's the Curvex. Now they look the same. This is, yeah, it's got a yellow thing here. So this is the new, I think the Saros 20 has this. So this is the Edge, this is the Curvex. So I think let's try interchanging. They do interchange. There's two little grooves. It is bigger. Just a little, just a little bit bigger. This is so hard to tell. Man, if they did increase it, it was not by much. I mean, it feels like it's not it feels like it's the same. I don't know. You let me know what you think. I think they're the same. The only way I could tell is this had two little notches. I thought it would be more obvious that they were different, but I'm not sure they're different. I just interchanged everything. This door fits over here. This door fits over here. This all looks to be the same. That's the Curve X. The Curve X has the same as the Saros 10R. So again, this is just the first look. I would have liked to have seen it mop a little bit better. I got to play around with that AI sensor and make sure it's got that dirt detect sensor. Again, it seems like they've just changed the wording on that. So again, I'll inform you, but this is the first look. Got to take it to my home. I don't anticipate too many things wrong with it. I'm trying to figure out the place. Like the Curve X is still real good. I don't know. They just love to come up with these new robots, and I don't know that there's actually a place for this one. It's going to be a good one. So we'll see how it fits up in their lineup. Again, it's going to come down to price. I didn't see too many new features on it. So again, thanks everybody. I just did the S2 first look. Got to take it to my house. That's a $1,700 robot. Now it did mop really good, but it didn't vacuum very good. This one didn't mop the best, but vacuumed the best. I don't know. But if you want to see the robots that I already approve of, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. That's why I don't give these stickers out till I live with the robot. Because guess what? I just got done living with the Narwhal Flow 2, and it's awful. I got to send it back. My 2026 pick of the year is going to be the Mova V50. Here's the Flow. I just unboxed it from my home. Again, I got to send it back. It's got all kinds of, it just won't handle carpet. This is a known problem by Narwhal. I got two L60s. There's like four L60s that they just came out with. That's the S Pro. Roborock just released an S Pro. And here's the L60 Pro. So in the basement, the AC motor, I'm having it replaced today. And looks like the Roomba 705, it's in its typical, usually there's red lights up here. It can't dock. It's no good. Here's the UPS one has an error. Movement obstructed. Not sure what's going on. Got a bunch of retired robots down here. I've got over 100 robot vacuum cleaners in the basement. Here's all the old Roombas that are no good anymore. Well, they still work. They're just terrible robots. Here we got a little guy that's trapped. He's trying to get out, and he can't. The 405 and the C20 won't let him. Yeah. L40S Mova P10's been doing good. The 505, no good. C20, no good. This is a extreme budget. I mean, definitely all the worst Roomba ever made. The Roomba Essentials. Got some of the newer Roombas. They're just not very good for their price. Mova E40 actually has a problem. And I've got the Assure warranty from Amazon. So I purchased that year-long protection. It's like 15 or 16 bucks a month. But I bought this about 7 months ago, and it just failed on me. So there's still warranty in it. They gave me a UPS sticker. I've got to box it up. They don't give me a box, but I got to box it up and send it in, see if it can be repaired. It's having a docking problem. It just won't dock anymore. I'm not sure what's going on. Here's all the old retired Sharks. And the Dream the Gen 2 must be lost. There's the X30, old reliable, the Frio Z10 Ultra. I'll be coming up with a report on running these to failure. You're going to be surprised and shocked which ones are performing the best, which ones, like there's the E20, the Eufy X10 Pro Omni. He's having trouble. He's been having lots of trouble. Q7's finally going to get out. Here's some of the old Roborocks. I mean, they still work. They've just been surpassed. S8 Max V's, not too bad. Just to do the maintenance on it's pretty hard. some QRevos, E28, the loudest robot I've ever reviewed. When it auto empties, boy. Yeah, the Dreamy C, it always docks. I've got the P50 upstairs. This guy likes to dock on the P50. I don't know. I don't think he washes his mop pads. I don't know. Go home. QRevo S, again, they've got an S Pro. This was an older model that they kind of stopped making, actually. Lots of older QRevos. No, there's the QRevo S. I'm sorry. There's the QV35S. That's kind of an oddball. Very budget, lacks a lot of features. There's the EDM 14 Plus. It did not receive my Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. Got some Sharks. They're just okay. X40, that thing's still going strong. So I'll be updating you on that. I've been recommending that Amazon insurance, but I haven't been able to use it. And so using it hasn't been too much of a pain. You pretty much have to call them, and they do answer. Their English is a little broken, but not too bad, and they're usually pretty helpful, and you don't have to wait on the phone long. So we're going to see how it goes. That's that Amazon insurance, Assuria or something. It's a third-party warranty or something, but I thought I would try it, and I think it's going to work out okay so far, but I don't know the end product yet. Thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.